Hey everybody, this is Rose again, and I'm going to start this video a little differently. It's a poem that I wrote about my gender. Non-binary is beautiful. Non-binary is me. Non-binary is freedom from the binary. I am freed from a battle trying to fit into two sides. If you think my body is male or female, you are living a lie. Don't put me in a box. Don't make me choose sides. It's not something you wake up to, and it's sure as shit not easy to hide. I always felt different, and it makes me feel ashamed that I never was a person who ever felt sane. My life has been a struggle of tug and war. This need to hide my true self is what I've always abhorred. I was a super sad teen until adulthood. I knew something inside of me was missing but never understood. I was given the wrong gender and was entwined in a false label into 2019 when I started HRT and finally cut those cables. My body was a prison made of androgens, and I'm happy to say I love my body now that I'm freed from the damages. I look at myself and I feel like I am me, living in a body that makes me feel free. I don't see a stranger when I look into the glass. Hell, I don't even give a fuck if people know I'm trans. I don't. Who fuck trying to pass? I never fit into the gay leather world because I was too feminine to be a dom. I never fit into the cishet world because I'm too queer. I never fit in with the black kids because I'm too alternative to be accepted by my own people. Yes, that's a true thing. Where the fuck am I supposed to be? Answer: outside of the box, where they are welcome and free. So, if you have not caught on to that, my name is Rose Kelly. I'm 28 years old and I'm non-binary. And for a while now, for a couple years, I've actually hinted to being non-binary, like I have like online diaries and things like that, where I've talked about the identities that I use. But at the time, to be honest with you, when I was questioning my gender and I used those identities, I kind of didn't know where I was on the scale, on the gender scale. I had used terms like androgyne and actually, you know what? I kind of want to use androgyne. I kind of want to use androgyne for myself again because I do feel like my gender is very androgynous. But that's another story. Anyways, androgyne, bigender. Bigender was one of the terms that I used, but then I realized I don't think that doesn't really feel right because I don't feel like a man and a woman. I had used gender fluid, and obviously that didn't work. Obviously, that wasn't an accurate term. But yeah, and also another thing is I've been on hormones for 11 months. 11 months, and as you can see, the girls are definitely growing. Probably wondering why am I shirtless? I'm shirtless because like I'm fucking shirtless. I want to be shirtless, and I just feel like just because I have this body, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, um, I was also, as of late, I have been growing my facial hair. I don't know if you can see it in this light. I've been growing my facial hair out. Yes, I am still on HRT. Just because I'm on hormones does not stop facial hair from growing. So, even though I'm on HRT, my facial hair will not grow as thick, but it will continue to grow and grow But yeah. Also, I've been working out still. I've been still working out, and that's how much muscle I have. It's not a lot. I mean, when I was like 210 pounds, I got some pretty huge guns, mind you. And, but yeah, obviously, when I looked like that, I was really, really, really dysphoric. And yeah, so my transition is no longer a male to female transition. It is a non binary transition because I'm non binary. And yeah, like I was thinking about things in my head like, okay, so now that I'm non binary and I'm thinking about where the fuck my transition's gonna be, what do I do? Like I even contemplated of like going off hormones whenever I feel when I feel comfortable with this part of my body. But then I was like, okay, if I go off hormones and I'm comfortable with my breast, whatever size that may get to in the future, yes, I'm going to be able to, do things like, you know, because that's what I could do before hormones, but like, my body would go back into a very masculine pattern, therefore triggering my dysphoria. So it's like, I don't think that's a good idea. So I think where my transition is gonna go is that I want to have a feminine body, but I want to have a masculine body. So the hormones are obviously feminizing my body, but I'm working out and that's kind of adding masculine traits to me, which I'm totally fine with. That's perfectly fine. Like when I started HRT, that's kind of what I wanted from the beginning. But at the same time, I don't know, it was confusing. Like I wanted to look way way more feminine, but at the same time, like I really 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 love being androgynous. Like I know that being non-binary does not equal androgyny, but I've loved androgyny before I knew I was non-binary. So, yeah. There's nothing wrong with being androgynous and non-binary. Nothing wrong at all. I'm just one of those people. I'm just one of those non-binary people that wants to be androgynous because they are androgynous. They've been androgynous. I've always had an androgynous voice. It's never been male passing nor cis passing. It's just kind of like not male passing or cis passing. It's never been male passing and female passing. It's just been kind of like in the middle, kind of like me. And yeah, so that's just kind of where I see my transition is. Also, I still want to change my name legally to Rose. Um, as for my gender marker, I've actually been contemplating on changing it to the X gender marker, but I have to wait another 4 years for that. Which fucking sucks for me. Um, but I mean, it's coming. I mean, 4 years will go by just like that. And yeah, there's not really much for me to talk about, but yeah, that's what I want to talk about. So, see you next month when I'm 1 year on hormones. Bye!